What's up guys and welcome to FPL Today. I'm your host JNO, welcome to the channel and welcome to my team for Game Week 14 where we look at the transfer decisions I am trying to make for Game Week 14. Finally, I've got to the second part of my team, having tried to do this for the last 2 or 3 game weeks, hoping to put something out that gives you more of an insight into my thought process into Game Week 14. So if this is something you're excited about, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're informed when I put my videos up and when I go live. And also massive thank you as we have finally reached 10,000 subscribers thanks to your guys' great support. Hopefully we'll be doing something special for 10k, but as we've hit it this week, thank you guys so much. Anyway, onto the video, and we start off at the beginning, which is fires to put out. This is the part of the video where I talk about what problems I have with my team right now and what I'm trying to fix. Hopefully sometimes there won't be any fires to put out, but right now we are looking at not enough City in my side, currently only with Aguero, whereas I feel like I need a City midfielder even if they are a rotation risk, especially as I don't have a Man City defender as well, so we are missing out on any Man City clean sheets at the moment, as I feel like Robertson and Alonso are the best choices moving forward. And then the next topic that we look at is Aguero worth it? As Aguero has failed to really impress us over the last 3 game weeks, and meanwhile a lot of Man City options are scoring plenty of points. So we'll take a look at the Man City options that we could have instead of Aguero in our sides and try and make a decision there. Then the next fire to look at is too many Wolves players. I've gone and brought in Raheem Sterling last game week, considering the fixtures that Wolves had moving forward, and somehow Huddersfield went and destroyed Wolves in the game, and Raheem Sterling didn't return points, and neither did either of my Wolves defenders. Bennett there as the cheap option, and Matt Doherty also not getting the attacking return that he was getting earlier in the season. So we look at options to bring in for those Wolves defenders, as I think I'll give Raheem Sterling a couple more game weeks. And then finally we look at the premium options not performing other than Aguero, which are Eden Hazard and Mohamed Salah. Are they worth keeping? Are their underlying stats good enough where they could have an upturn in fortune in the foreseeable future? Or should I be moving them on to some of these Man City options that I will be looking at? So those are the topics we are going to cover in the video and the fires that I feel I need to put out in my side. But before we do that, I just want to have a quick look at the fixtures and give you an idea of the teams that I think have good fixtures moving into the Christmas period. A very busy period in the Fantasy Premier League. And as you can see, the top 6 all actually have decent fixtures in this busy period. There will be, of course, rotation there. Chelsea and Arsenal both in the Europa League, maybe less rotation than Man United, Liverpool, Spurs and Man City. And West Ham actually have the best fixture list of everyone in the league, with Newcastle, Cardiff, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Watford and Southampton in the next 6. You also have Palace, Cardiff and Newcastle with good fixtures relatively speaking. However, I don't see as many options in those side, hence why they're slightly separated, although I probably will look at some Palace players and Cardiff players moving forward. And the benefit of West Ham, Palace, Cardiff and Newcastle is rotation is less likely to happen because their fixture list isn't as congested over such a long period. So, is Aguero worth it? We'll start off with Aguero, as when we look at other Man City players, as we don't have enough Man City players in my side, a big consideration would be, do I need them instead of Aguero? Because Aguero, of course, is 11.5 million. If he's transferred out for anyone cheaper, I've got more money to spend. If he's transferred for someone more expensive, I need to save money elsewhere. And premium options like Hazard and Salah could be the players that I bring out. So Aguero, and all of these stats are from the last 4 game weeks, is 11.5 million and has got 24 points from the last 4 game weeks. That's a return in 2 out of 4 games in that period, with 2 goals and 2 assists. A lot of his points coming from the game against Southampton, and he did get 3 bonus points as well in this period. Over this period, he's also had 11 attempts on goal, 9 from inside the box, 5 shots on target, big chances at 3, minutes per chance at 28.8, 6 chances created and 1 big chance. And as you can see, he's really not topping the table anymore for stats, which is something that's a bit surprising for Aguero as far as forwards are concerned. Also, in the game against West Ham, he just didn't seem to be in the right place at the right time when the chances presented himself. Sterling, Sane, Silva all seemingly being in the box at the vital time more than Aguero. It's almost similar to what Kane was like when he was playing with the likes of Lucas Moura, where he just seemed a bit too deep and not involved enough in the box. So I am a little bit worried about Aguero. Am I going to transfer him out this game week? It's unlikely with the fixture at home against Bournemouth and the fact that I've only got one transfer unless I take a hit to get a second transfer. And I think if I am going to move Aguero out, it would be a 2 transfer move. So he's probably staying for the game against Bournemouth. Hopefully he hogs all the limelight and the goals in that game. But I do think Aguero maybe isn't necessarily worth it considering the plethora of options that we have in the Man City side. I've highlighted 4 of them. Mahrez didn't quite make the list purely because although he had 17 points, which as you can see is more than Bernardo Silva, I was a bit worried about his game time, although he did start in the Champions League alongside David Silva, Sane and Sterling. And with Bernardo Silva injured, potentially Mahrez could feature more. But Sterling definitely seems to me still to be the favoured option for Pep Guardiola as far as all of these attacking players. And David Silva also seems like a good choice with Kevin De Bruyne out. So we start off with Sterling at 11.3 million, and I've highlighted in green every stat that is superior to Sergio Aguero. And Sterling has 7 stats superior to Sergio Aguero and is at 0.2 million cheaper. You've got 45 points in the last 4 game weeks. 3 out of 4 games he has returned in with 3 goals, 5 assists and 5 bonus points. That is the best out of any of the Man City options. He's had 10 attempts on goal, 8 from inside the box, 4 on target, 3 big chances, minutes per chance created at 34.4, and where he really stands out over Aguero is he has a lot better chance creation and big chances created. So if he doesn't score a goal, it's highly likely that he'll be involved in the goal with an assist. We then got Leroy Sane at 9.3 million. You're now looking at over £2 million saved if you swapped Aguero for Sane, although of course it wouldn't be a direct swap. You have 34 points from the last 4 game weeks, 2 returns out of 4 games, 3 goals, 3 assists and 4 bonus points, all superior to Aguero. 7 attempts on goal, 4 from inside the box, 4 on target, 2 big chances, minute per chance at 29.7, chances created at 6 and 1 big chance created. The problem with Sane is game time, but with Mendy out, there's a hope, of course, that Sane will feature more often. If that is the case, Sane could be a very good way into that Man City side. We then got David Silva. Now we're looking at almost £3 million cheaper, and again superior in 4 stats to Sergio Aguero. Points 28, he's superior in. 3 returns out of 4 games, 3 goals, no assists, but he does have good chance creation with 8 chances created. 3 bonus points, 10 attempts on goal, 8 from inside the box, 5 on target, 2 big chances, minute per chance at 34 minutes, and he has created 1 big chance as well. So David Silva, £3 million saved, and you're looking at a good alternative to Sergio Aguero. And then we have Bernardo Silva. Of course, he is out at the moment, but if he was to return, he is also one that can kind of fill in the boots of the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. He has 15 points, and we're now looking at £4 million cheaper, and has returned 1 out of 3 games that he has played in. He's got no goals, but 2 assists, 3 bonus points, 5 attempts on goal, 4 from inside the box, no shots on target, no big chances, but has a minute per chance at 54 minutes and has created 9 chances, 3 of which are big chances. So there are some options in the Man City side that you could potentially look at that could overall be a replacement for Aguero and cover those Man City attacking points. And if you actually paired David Silva and Bernardo Silva and got all of their points compared to Aguero's, you're looking at 43 points compared to 24. So this is why generally I'm feeling like maybe I don't need Sergio Aguero. If I'm going to ship out for a premium striker, he needs to be easily and dominantly the best option in that side. The next fire we're looking at is too many Wolves players in my FPL side at the moment. And to be honest, it's in defence where I feel like I need to fix that, because I'm going to go with Raul Jimenez as my cheap striker for at least the next 2 or 3 game weeks. So we have Ryan Bennett and Matt Doherty as my defence. Now, Matt Doherty still has the attacking underlying stats to suggest that he could get attacking returns as well as the Wolves clean sheets if they ever happen again in this season. However, the problem with that is I don't have the money to upgrade Bennett to someone that maybe is going to get me a lot of points. and would see a significant amount of my budget moved into defence, about 0.8 million if I was going to upgrade Bennett. So we have some options for Matt Doherty if I was going to just stick with Bennett. We've got some options to upgrade Bennett too as well. We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold and Lucas Digne as the options to transfer in for Matt Doherty, and Balbuena and Sol Bamba as the options for Ryan Bennett, as Ryan Bennett has risen in price. Now, Arnold actually looks incredible. When I was doing the stats research for this, I actually tweeted out Trent Alexander-Arnold's underlying stats because I was just really impressed over the last 4 game weeks how he has performed and seems to be outperforming Andrew Robertson, who is a very favoured choice in the Fantasy Premier League game. In the last 4 game weeks, he's got 29 points, returned in 2 games out of 4, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 clean sheets, 4 bonus points with 8 attempts on goal, which is joint first in the league in the last 4 game weeks for a defender for attempts on goal. Only 1 from inside the box, so the threat is coming from outside the box, but he's joint second out of defenders for shots on target as well with 2. Big chances, he had none, but he's got minute per chance at 45 minutes. He's also created 6 chances for his teammates, which is joint third in the league for defenders, and created 3 big chances for teammates, which is joint first. All of these are better than Andrew Robertson's underlying stats in the last 4 game weeks. So I'm very impressed with how Trent Alexander-Arnold has come back from that period where he was a real rotation worry. And then Lucas Digne, 4.8 million. A lot of people looking at him because of the amount of chances he's created. He's created 10 chances in the last 4 game weeks, but only 1 big chance. But it's a minute per chance created at 36 minutes. He doesn't have as big a goal threat, of course, so it's mainly the chances created that we are looking at. However, he has also got 2 clean sheets. 4.8 million is a decent price for a player that could get attacking returns. And of course, any team can get clean sheets on any day. We just have to look at Palace against Man United. So Digne is definitely also one I'm looking at. And then slightly cheaper and a possible replacement for Bennett, you're looking at Sol Bamba. 14 points, return 1 in 4. So it's only 1 game where he's returned points, but he has scored a goal, no clean sheets. So 14 points for a player with no clean sheets is quite good. He's had 6 attempts on goal, with 6 from inside the box, with 2 on target, and 1 big chance as well, with a minute per chance at 60 minutes, which isn't bad for 4.5 million. And then Balbuena, 13 points with 1 return from 4 games. No clean sheets, but 1 goal, 1 bonus point with 5 attempts on goal, with 5 coming from inside the box. Most of these, of course, from set pieces for both of these players. 1 shot on target, but big chances he's had 2, which is joint first in the league for defenders for big chances, and a minute per chance at 72 minutes. Not as good as Sol Bamba's, but West Ham do have the fixtures to hopefully boost Balbuena's potential. And then finally, we look at the premium options in my side that aren't Sergio Aguero, and it's Eden Hazard and Mohamed Salah, 11.1 million and 13 million. And to be honest, I've been a bit annoyed with both. Hazard really going off the boil recently. Of course, there is injury worries and concerns there. And then Mohamed Salah really not firing on all cylinders like we were hoping. At least that's the general feeling amongst the community. With only 1 goal a game, we are really waiting for some hauls from him to really make him worth that 13 million. If we start off with Hazard, 8 points in the last 4. He's only actually played in 3 games in the last 4 and he's returned it in 1 of them. He's got no goals and 1 assist. No bonus points, 5 attempts on goal, only 1 from inside the box, which is worryingly low for someone like Eden Hazard. On target, he's had 3 shots on target, no big chances with a minute per chance at 41.2. And chances created is at 8, which is joint 9th in the league. Big chances created 3, which is joint 2nd. I'd like to see chances created slightly higher for him. Minute per chance created at 26 minutes. For 11.1 million, when you've got Raheem Sterling around, that is a slight worry. Whereas Mohamed Salah, 33 points from the last 4 game weeks, which, if we look at it in the grand scheme of things, probably only being outperformed by Raheem Sterling. He's returned in 3 of the last 4 game weeks. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists with 2 bonus points. 14 attempts on goal, which is joint first in the league. 9 from inside the box, which is joint 2nd. On target 7, which is joint 1st. Big chances created is 4th with joint 2nd. Minutes per chance at 25.4, with 7 chances created for his teammates, which is joint 12th, with big chances created at 3, which is joint 2nd in the league at the moment, with a minute per chance created at 51 minutes. For me, Mohamed Salah is still up there in the underlying stats. My only worry is the clinicalness now, because when he came into the Premier League, there was the worry before he started to have that stellar year last year that he wasn't that clinical. When I looked at his stats in Italy, I was thinking this is a good player who will get points, especially at his price last year, but he didn't seem like that clinical a player, and then he went and had a clinical season. My worry is he going to still be that clinical moving forward? However, the underlying stats certainly suggest that Mohamed Salah is probably still the best Liverpool attacker to own. The only issue is he is so much more expensive. Anyway guys, that is it for the My Team Part 2 video where I focus on my transfer decisions and hopefully give you more insight into the decisions I'm trying to make going into Game Week 14. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate the like button to be smashed just so I know that this is something I should continue moving forward. Also again, thank you so much for 10,000 subscribers. It is hugely, hugely appreciated. I feel very humbled and honoured to have such a loyal and committed fan base. So thank you guys so much. Check out all the links in the description down below. If you're doing any cheeky Amazon Christmas shopping, if you use my links down below, I get a little cutback so I can maybe buy my daughters some more presents. Just saying. Anyway, thank you so much for joining this video. It's greatly appreciated. I've been JNO. This has been FPL Today. And remember, it's all about the game. Over 10k, baby.